Hello, I'm Mark Vanzo, and I'm the Chief Executive of the Liverpool Everyman Playhouse theatres. Well, as you'll know, on the 16th of March, the Prime Minister announced that the general public should avoid going to the theatre. And then soon after that, theatres were closed to the general public. So, of course, both our theatres, the Everyman and Playhouse, were closed. So that had a massive impact on us. We no longer could deliver in our usual way. So we were really forced to furlough a high percentage of our staff. 88% of our staff in the end were furloughed to take advantage of the coronavirus job retention scheme and ensure that we could avoid making staff redundant at that time, given that we weren't able to earn any income. So it was tough, you know, but we've had the very generous support of our funders. So we're funded through Arts Council England and through the Liverpool City Council. And both funders have been extremely supportive during this time, which has enabled us to get to a sort of point of safe hibernation, but also start to look forward and plan what we could do in light of there being social distancing measures, which would prevent us opening the theatres and allowing the general public back in. Yeah, well, that's the really the positive, I guess, is the exciting opportunities that have opened up because of being in lockdown. So we've looked at our digital output, and while it hasn't always been possible to look into the archive and find ready pieces of work that we could just put out online like other theatres have been able to do, what we thought it was important to do was to listen to the communities that we serve, listen to our audience members, and work out what would really be useful at this time. So one of the things we've put out is sort of workshops, craft workshops, theatre workshops for aimed at really children and families, so that people who are at home having to look after kids, so similar to my situation actually, I've got 2 young kids. It gives them just another thing that the kids can interact with and families can interact with. But the other project that we just launched last week was called Love Liverpool, an A to Z of hope, and that invites people to think about their beloved city, think about what they're missing about the city, and contribute stories and anecdotes of those things as they tour around the city. We've got a few people lined up to contribute there, sort of like a little picnic of things to whet people's appetites as they go around this tour, this virtual tour of Liverpool. And that could be things like recipes or songs that remind them of Liverpool. So we only launched last week and we've had a really good response so far. So we're hoping as the project grows and goes on that it can become really inspirational. And the nice thing about it is that it's got legacy, I guess, that it's got life outside of COVID as well. So it doesn't just have to be for this period of lockdown. Well, I think in terms of green shoots, it's good to look at these opportunities and ways of producing theatre, I guess, within a socially distanced environment. And, you know, we talk a lot with the theatres across the country and theatres throughout Liverpool to look at ways in which we might be able to offer something to the general public that's still safe to do so. It has been hard though. I mean, there's huge challenges because our theatres are about bringing people together. And of course, that's what social distancing is in place to prevent. So we do have to think carefully about the health of our staff, of the creatives we employ, and the general public as well, and any new initiatives that we've got planned. But we still, like you've seen from the digital projects that I've explained, and future plans, we haven't stopped being creative. You don't just switch off that tap overnight. We're still thinking about ways in which our art form can engage people and help communities in these uncertain times. I guess that the Liverpool Everyman Playhouse theatres have always looked to serve their communities as best they can, and just we would encourage you to keep safe and keep well, and look out for us. We'll continue to try and deliver activities best we can, provided it's safe to do so. And we're so looking forward to opening our doors again and welcoming the general